fans, Eddie Hearn. Let's talk about that Kid Galahad ups, but nobody expected that. He was cruising.
The most stunning thing I've seen in 35 years of watching boxing, because it was over. I mean, Galahad, I just said to Kiko, he started to come back into the fight a little bit, but he weren't winning a round. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just going to get loads of stick here because this is a one-sided beatdown. And it was. But I knew with Kiko, and the reason I chose him is one, because obviously big for Spain and DAZN and stuff like that, but also because he would not stop trying. Right? He'd give everything. But I never expected that. And certainly after 4 or 5 rounds, I mean, unbelievable. One of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen.
You've been in there with Kid just now.
Yeah.
How is he?
He's devastated. I mean, he's you know, he's sad, he's disappointed, he's probably frustrated because he made a mistake. And that's the thing with boxing, you know, one punch can change everything, and one punch tonight changed history. You know, British boxing history, Spanish boxing history. I mean, but that's why it's the most thrilling sport in the world.
You've seen it quite a lot recently. I mean, Josh Warrington, you know, it was supposed to be a fight, he was supposed to win. You got beat today, Kid Galahad. Different circumstances.
But good fighters, you know. Kiko's a good fighter. Like he gave Josh Warrington a good fight only 3 years ago. He gave Zelfa Barrett. You know, some thought that was a draw, or it was close, or 1 round either way. That was at super feather. He can fight, but Kid was dominating. Kid Galahad's a brilliant fighter. You know.
Terri Harper. I was speaking to a lot of people outside, and I was saying there were 2 different type of losses. Kid Galahad was cruising that fight. Yeah. Terri Harper, Alycia Baumgardner looked absolutely phenomenal.
But that's when you talk about the rematches, you know, and both fighters, Alycia and Kiko, are with Matchroom, you know, through the options and stuff like that. But when you look at the rematches, you know, Kid Galahad will look at his career and say, what do I want to do with my career now? He's made good money in the last couple of fights, but he'll be frustrated if he I should have won that fight, I had it in my hand. Whereas Terri, you know, I had her behind in the fight. Baumgardner looked really dangerous. Terri looked like she lacked a little bit of confidence. Baumgardner's been playing on that this week. You can see it's a tactic. And, you know, does she believe she can win that rematch coming back into it? Or does she need a fight first to get that confidence back? And then maybe we do it after that. So it's over to them. But it's a tough fight to take. She, you know, a star was born tonight with Baumgardner. It really was. You know, she talked the talk all week, and tonight she walked the walk.
It was a tough knockout because a standing knockout is very rare, but we saw it.
Good refereeing. Yeah. You know, because one more clean shot. It was exactly the same like David Price against Alexander Povetkin. And you saw what the clean shot done. You know, the ref done really well.
Chris Smith, probably not the most tidiest performance. What did you make of that one?
Do you know what? It was a performance where it could have been a stinker.
Okay.
But he allowed it to be okay. Because he didn't give up, he didn't stop punching on the inside, he didn't stop trying, he didn't stop throwing, you know, punches. And Breguian, after the 3rd, 4th round, whatever it was, just tried to survive. And by the way, tough as nails. But a good learning fight for Benn Smith, and a good performance. Dante Dixon, really good performance. Shout out to McCrory, I thought he'd done great. Great fight between Hunt and Flint as well, saved me the knockout bonus, lovely. Good wins for Stevie Levy. Raven Chapman looked really good as well. Will Crawley debut, I thought he looked fantastic. And Khalid Ayub, who boxed well as well. So just a stunning night, you know. This was never our biggest card of the start so far, but it ended up being the most dramatic. And that's what boxing gives you. Just when you never know, it just is the most thrilling sport in the world.
It's a final one for me because I know you've got to go. December 11th, Conor Benn's fighting. We just seen that Eubank and Liam Williams has been announced on the same night. What do you make of that?
It's inevitable, really, with boxing these days, that you're going to get clashes. We just got a fantastic fight with Benn Algieri. We've got the biggest star in women's boxing, Katie Taylor, in a really tough fight against Sharapova. It's a fight very similar, actually, to the Baumgardner one. Very, very dangerous. We got 3 championship fights will be announced on Monday or Tuesday for that card as well. We got Karim Gurfi fighting Jordan Gill for the European title. Finally, Dave Caldwell's cheering over there. He gets his shot at a big title. Callum French, Peter McGrail back in action. So we're going to put on a massive show. You know, we've already sold out over half the arena. Be another full night there, and then we move to Manchester the week after for Chisora Parker. So
is there actually any Scousers on that card?
Peter McGrail.
Okay.
And Paddy Lacey. And there'll be another one in a championship fight as well.
But you've got to say that
3 or 4.
Eubank Liam Williams fight as a main event is probably a bigger fight than what you've got.
Not for me, because Conor Benn does much bigger numbers. You know, he's a bigger name, he's a younger name, he's a fresher talent. But it's a good fight. I'm not knocking, because it is a good fight. But for me, Conor Benn is the superstar at the moment, and it's a really tough fight. It's a 50-50 against Algieri, and our card will be stacked with talent, and on we go.
Cool. Eddie Hearn, thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.